Welcome to Words for the Week Ahead. This is something I do every Sunday night for our Doubting Believer communities. I post a video with words for the week ahead, things that we can think about as we head into our week. But today I wanted to share it a little more widely. So whether you're watching this on YouTube or from the newsletter you get from me, then welcome. Welcome to Words for the Week Ahead. And I wanted to tell you, as we look to the week ahead, what I was doing on Friday night. Friday night, my husband and I were at Broadway Presbyterian Church, where they were hosting the annual trivia competition fundraiser for campus ministries here in New York City. It's an ecumenical campus ministry. The Lutherans, the Presbyterians, the Episcopalians, the Methodists, they all help support this ministry that does such great things for college students all over campus, all over the city. Columbia, NYU, I think they serve like 10 different colleges and universities here in the city. They're very open and affirming. They recognized that food insecurity is something college students, especially here in New York City, experience. And they now have a student-led, student-run food pantry for other college students. They just do such great things. And it's always such a fun night. And it was even better this year because our team won. The Presbys walked away with the trophy. Well, one of the Presby tables, which was the one I was at. It was a great night. I left feeling, I felt better about our world. We heard from some of these college students, the things they are involved in and what their faith is like and what their faith has led them to do. And just better about the world. And then I woke up the next morning to find that we were bombing Iran. One night you are debating who all Jack Antonoff has dated and the square miles that make up Rhode Island. And the next morning, we're at war. Yeah, whiplash for sure. And a huge mix of emotions. Grieving for the lives that are being lost there, fearful of what might happen here, especially for those of us who live in New York City. Also, like maybe even some hope tied up in there. After all of these years, the people who live there might live a more free kind of life. That's there too, this spark of hope in the midst of the violence and the fear and the grief. And it's a lot. It is a lot. And if you are following me here and you're somebody who's followed me for any time at all, you know that you're not going to get any easy pat answers as to why this is happening, nor are you going to accept any such answers. You're certainly not going to take this is all just part of God's plan, because we don't do that here. We ask questions and we don't always have the answers. And so when things like this happen and I don't have good answers, honestly, more often than turning to the Bible, the first thing that pops into my head are old hymns. My grandmother, my mother, my father have always sung hymns to themselves while washing the dishes or going about their life or just wandering about. They would just sing out loud, sometimes without even realizing it. And one of the songs says, "Many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand." I'll put a link into the whole song in the comments. Not me singing it, someone else singing it. But I just feel like that song is very honest. It admits that we don't know what tomorrow holds, but we know who holds our hand. And that is something we can always know. We don't know what's happening tomorrow, but we know who holds our hand. And we know more than that. I think I know more than that. I know that God is not the author of bombs, that God does not orchestrate destruction in a way to teach us a lesson. I know that the God who is revealed to us in Jesus Christ is the one who stands with those wounded by the bombs and not the ones who drop them. And I know that our God is Emmanuel, God with us. Never God against us, but God with us. And that our God is present with us no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in our lives. God is present in Tehran and God is present in Washington, D.C. God is present in the homes of people who are terrified, and God is present in your body if your chest is feeling tight. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we know who holds tomorrow, and we know who holds our hand. We know that God is present, that God is with us no matter what. Even when the bombs fall and the headlines roll and the doubt creeps in. God is with us And sometimes that has to be enough. And when we realize that, and when we truly, truly trust that, not only does it have to be enough, so often it absolutely is. And as you go through this week, know that whoever you are and wherever you go and whatever may happen, you may not know what tomorrow holds, but you do know who holds tomorrow. And your hand is being held by the one who created us and saves us and never lets us go.